students. In today's session, we are going to learn about what are the opportunities that are available for entrepreneurs in Andhra Pradesh and entrepreneurship, the relation between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. These topics is to be discussed in this class. Last session, we discussed about the functions of entrepreneurs and types of entrepreneurs. Then we know that entrepreneurial development is become very prominent for today's economy because it plays a significant role in the country's economy, right? So, entrepreneurial opportunities in AP is very well because Andhra Pradesh is the state which have abundant natural resources and clear government policies and encouragement from the government to the entrepreneurs are available, and it has plenty of natural resources. Several opportunities is there, and the people in Andhra Pradesh are well educated, well skilled persons are available in each and every sector. So, with its abundant natural resources, with the government policies and with different opportunities an entrepreneur process in Andhra Pradesh. We have to know about all these because if you want to start a new business organization, then you have to aware of the opportunities or you have to aware of those fields that are available to prove yourself as a entrepreneur, right? There are several elements or there are several fields in which the entrepreneur have plenty of opportunities. Okay, the first one is, as we know, that information technology, IT. Okay, so today's topic, opportunities for entrepreneurs in AP. Okay. The first one is IT, which stands for Information Technology. Information Technology. The Government of India considered information technology is the essential service, and it puts this information technology into Essential Service and Maintenance Act. Essential Service and Maintenance Act. According to this act, this industry is exempted from power cuts. There is no power cuts for information technology industries. In AP, we observe that plenty of skilled employees are available. Manpower is available regarding IT. So, many of the foreign companies made AP as their home. They came from abroad and they start their organizations here. Based upon this, we can identify what the importance of information technology and how we have the opportunities in this particular field. So, in today's, the investment from outers, which means the investment from the foreigners will increase in our information communication technology. If we observe the investment pattern of the foreigners, they are investing more in the information technology, which means we are getting foreign currency to this organization. The aim of these industries is to provide the IT services to entire people, especially the people who are in rural areas. Rural area peoples are not aware of that much of technology. So, IT focuses on providing services those people who are in rural areas. Okay, it wants to change the society as a knowledge based society. Knowledge based society. The aim of the information technology is that. And government of AP is giving several benefits the persons who starts their IT business. If the entrepreneur is a woman entrepreneur, or he or she may belongs to scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, they get 25% of the fixed capital as a subsidy, including other subsidies. Which means if you are investing 1 lakh into a fixed asset, then the government will provide you 25% of 1 lakh, which means 25,000 as a subsidy in which fixed capital investment. To whom? To whom? The women entrepreneurs, they are belongs to scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. So, the entrepreneur may grab the opportunities in this field. Okay, and next one is automobiles. Automobiles. And this is very important for the industrial development in India. Most of the skilled, trained and disciplined employees are available to work in automobile sector. In India, more than 100 companies, 100 different parts of the automobile components are produced by the companies, including the first tier suppliers, which consist of gears, clutch covers, pistons, oil and lubricants, CAD/CAM designs, electronic regulators. All these elements will come under automobiles. So, the entrepreneur who are interested in particular segment, they can grab the opportunities. Okay, and it is one of the key element for the economy's development. Here also plenty of opportunities are available for the entrepreneurs. Okay, which means here you have to note that 100 automobile parts, more than 100 automobile parts producing companies are there. Producing companies. Okay, and the next one is drugs and pharmaceuticals. Drugs and pharmaceuticals. In Andhra Pradesh, we have trained and skilled, talented manpower relating to the pharmaceutical knowledge. And here we have research and development wings for the drugs and pharmaceutical element. For example, Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad is called as a drug capital of the country. Why we are calling Hyderabad as a drug capital? Because 1/3 of the production will comes from, regarding pharmaceutical or drugs, 1/3 of the production will comes from Hyderabad. That's why we called Hyderabad as a drug capital for the country. In AP, near Visakhapatnam, they have the Pharma City. Pharma City is established near Visakhapatnam with private persons participation. So, they may have the opportunities. If anyone is interested regarding to establish a new venture using this industry, entrepreneur may grab those opportunities. Okay, so drugs and pharmaceutical industry may have the several opportunities. You can establish your own organization. Okay, and next one, agriculture and forestry. It is another area in which entrepreneurs have the plenty of opportunities. Agriculture. The basic occupation of people in Andhra Pradesh is agriculture, and the crop is rice, and it is one of the staple food. Okay, out of 100% of food grains, 77% of rice is produced in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, how much? It is about 77% of the rice crop is produced in Andhra Pradesh when compared with 100% of food grains that are available in Andhra Pradesh. Other foods or other crops like tobacco, cotton, bajra, ragi, sugarcane, these also to be produced in our Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and next horticulture. You know about horticulture, producing different kind of condiments, fruits, vegetables, which will comes under horticulture. Horticulture, we are the second horticulture producers in the country, which means we are producing the fruits or the vegetables throughout the country. We are in second place, like citrus apples, custard apples, banana, grapes, onions, tomatoes, all these will comes under horticulture. And even we are producing some spices like tamarind, chilies, ginger, all these will comes under spices. We are producing those elements, we are cropping those elements also. And coming to the forestry, we have teak, softwood, red sandalwood, all these are the different elements. An entrepreneur may search through these elements, and they may start by depending upon these products, they may start their enterprise. It also provides a plenty of opportunities. And next one is tourism. Next one is tourism. Andhra Pradesh is the beauty of natural elements. We have several beautiful places like the different types of holy temples, Buddhist sites, bird sanctuary, national parks, Buddhist stupa. All these are makes Andhra Pradesh as a good tourism spot. We have hills, right, waterfalls, all these are comes under tourism, right. Holy temples like Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam and Kanakadurga temple at Vijayawada, Malleshwar Swami temple at Srisailam, all these are holy places which describes our heritage and culture. So the entrepreneur who want to start their organization, particularly in the tourism window, they can have the opportunities. Okay, and next one, fisheries. The state is stretched over Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal, in which we have plenty of seafood is available, and we are exporting those seafoods to the other countries. We are getting money through export of seafoods of our state to another countries. So the person who has interested in the area, they may start the enterprise by having proper knowledge regarding fisheries. And next one is mines and minerals. Mines and minerals. Andhra Pradesh has the second place which has mines and minerals. Here the mines and minerals is considered as a booster to the country's economy, because the mines, for example, different kinds of mines like coal, gold, copper, manganese, diamond, silica, all these are the mineral wealth that an Andhra Pradesh will possess. So by using these mines and minerals are used in different kinds of pesticides. Okay, in several kinds of purposes we are using those mines and minerals. and the government also considers mines and minerals as a key element to the industry, economy's development. So, those persons who has the knowledge regarding these mines and minerals, who want to start their enterprise may grab the opportunities from this industry. So, these are the different industries in which the entrepreneur may have the plenty of opportunity to prove himself or herself. The first one is information technology, which is comes under Essential Service and Maintenance Act, which is exempted from power cuts. The woman who is belong to a scheduled caste or scheduled tribe may get the 25% of the subsidy on its fixed capital. Automobiles, 100 automobile parts manufacturing components are there in India, including first tier suppliers. So, next one, drugs and pharmaceutical. Hyderabad is considered as a drug capital of the city, whereas we have pharma city nearer to the Visakhapatnam. Next one, agriculture and forestry. We have agriculture is the main occupation for the people in Andhra Pradesh, and we are producing several kinds of, farming several kinds of fruits, vegetables, and we have forestry wealth, teak, red sandalwood, softwood, all these will comes under agriculture and forestry sector. And the next, tourism. We have beautiful places for the tourism purpose. We have hills, holy temples, bird sanctuarium, national parks, all will comes under tourism. Fisheries, the state is stretched over coastal area, right. So, we will get the seafood, that seafood is exported to the other countries by way of we are earning amount from the, we are earning foreign currency from other countries. And mines and minerals, which is belongs to a very important element for the economy development. So, in these areas, if an entrepreneur is interested, then he may go through that and he take the opportunities arising out of these industries. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss about entrepreneur. This topic is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. Till now we know about who is an entrepreneur, what are the characteristics and functions of an entrepreneur, and what are the opportunities that an entrepreneur have in Andhra Pradesh. Now we are going to learn about entrepreneurship. Here, entrepreneur is a person and entrepreneurship is the process which is created by the entrepreneur. So, entrepreneurship is nothing but it is a process of identifying opportunities in the market and collecting the resources which are required to pursue those opportunities and investment in that resources in which you may get the gains, which means the capital gains. Here the definition of the entrepreneurs take in an example. Here what he searches for change, responds to it and exploit it and opportunities and innovation is the specific tool of an entrepreneur. It is the definition of entrepreneur, right? Then the entrepreneurship is a process. Here what happens? The process will take place to identify the opportunities in the market. Once you identify the opportunities, then to pursue those opportunities you require certain resources, either in the form of raw materials, right. So, you have to gather those raw materials by investing. You are investing your money in those raw materials or fixed assets. Why you are investing? Because you want to get some capital gains. Here what happens in the entrepreneurship? You are investing the resources to get the capital gains from those resources. It is called as entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship collects several functions like innovation, risk bearing, and forming a new business organization or new producing organization. These are the elements in the entrepreneurship. Okay, so these entrepreneurship is the combination of several functions that an entrepreneur can do. Okay, so the definition of the entrepreneurship is given by the McClelland. D.C. McClelland is said that entrepreneurship is a process of doing new things. It is a process of doing new things, and decision is in the form of uncertain. So, what he is expressing that entrepreneurship is a process of doing new things. We know that entrepreneurs are engaged in doing new things by their innovative and creative skills, doing new things, and the decision is depend upon the uncertain, which is not certain. We know that future is uncertain. If the entrepreneur is formulating certain strategies to run his business successfully, if all the situations are prevailing favorable, if there is any change in the favorable situations, then we don't know that a project is going to succeed or not. Here the success is uncertain. So the decisions is taken in the form of uncertain events, which is known as an entrepreneurship. Okay, then what is the relation between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship? As we know that entrepreneur is the person. Okay, the relationship between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. Okay, so what is the relation between these two aspects? Very simple. Here entrepreneur is the person and entrepreneurship is the process. When there is a person exists, then only the process will exist. Without person, the process will not take place. Right? So here entrepreneur is nothing but person. Entrepreneur is a person. Then entrepreneurship is the process. And by doing these two, entrepreneur starts entrepreneurship, which is in the form of enterprise. Enterprise, which is nothing but enterprise is created by entrepreneur, which is the outcome of entrepreneurship. Are you got or not? Enterprise which is created by entrepreneur and which is the output of entrepreneurship. So enterprise is the output of the entrepreneurship. Which is created by entrepreneur. Simply saying that entrepreneur and entrepreneurship is a two sides of a same coin. Without entrepreneur, entrepreneurship cannot exist. Without entrepreneurship, enterprise cannot exist in the society. So, these are related just like two sides of the same coin. It can be observed by this table. You have to note down the important and key elements in the class in your notes, right? For example, entrepreneur. Okay, so if there is an entrepreneur, then it exists entrepreneurship. There exists entrepreneurship. Person. Then here what happens? It is a process. Then innovator. If there is an innovator, then what happens? An innovation may takes place. Innovation. Risk bearer. Risk bearer. If there is a risk bearer, then there occurs risk bearing. Okay, if there is a motivator, here what occurs? Motivation. Then creator. Here creation. Visualizer. Here vision. Imitator. Nothing but imitation. Right. So, entrepreneur and entrepreneurship is the two sides of the same coin. Entrepreneur is the person, entrepreneurship is the process, and enterprise is the outcome of the process which is created by the person, nothing but entrepreneurs. Okay, now we are going to know about how the entrepreneurship is essential for development of the economy. Role of entrepreneur in economic development. The role of entrepreneur in economic development. So, the role of entrepreneur in economic development is depend upon the economy to economy. It may changes depending upon the economy to economy. If there is a free for opportunities and favorable government policies exist, the entrepreneur may play a crucial role in the industrial development. As already I told you in the introduction class that entrepreneurs are the seeds of the industrial development, and the fruits of such industrial development is increased per capita income, balanced regional development, personal savings, revenue to the government, right. So, if there is a possibility to explore opportunities in the society to the entrepreneur, then it definitely helps in the economic development. Also, the adaptiveness of the political parties also influence the organization entrepreneur's role for the economic development. Okay, we know that entrepreneurs are the persons who has with creative and innovative thoughts, who wants to prove themselves, but they may suffer with lack of financial assistance, lack of proper policies towards them. If we provide those opportunities, those financial assistance to them, definitely they will make our India economy is one of the developed country's economy. Right? Already I told you that we have several plenty of opportunities. If the entrepreneur grab those opportunities, definitely they plays a crucial role in the economic development of the country. So, we explain in the point wise that first one, the role of entrepreneur in economic development. Entrepreneur mobilizes savings to productive use. Savings to productive use. Here, of course, the entrepreneur have the innovative ideas and they definitely succeed if they start their enterprise. But here the problem arises regarding the financial assistance. They do not have that much of financial support to start their venture. Then they may approach to the financial institutions, nothing but banks, right? So, they may show their project proposal to there, and if they are satisfied, which means if the authorities are satisfied, then they may sanction some of the loan and they may get subsidies. All this will come later. Here what happens? Here entrepreneurs are mobilizing savings to productive use. If there is a certain person who is working in some of the organization and he saves certain amount in those financial institutions, then those amount is transferred to the production purpose to entrepreneurs. Here idle savings are transferred to the productive use. Then it may lead to economy development. For example, there is a person A who has some of the money who is called as a saver. Saver is the person who has enough of money after reaching all his expenses. Then these amount or these money through proper bank is transferred to entrepreneur. He using this money for productive purpose. If the production increases, if the business operations increases, it may lead to increase in the economy. It may lead to increase in the per capita income of the persons. It may lead to increase in the personal savings of the persons. Right. So, entrepreneurs mobilizes savings to the productive use. And next one is entrepreneurs provides or entrepreneurs or entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurs provides employment opportunities. India is one of the youth country, which means youth number is high in our country. So, entrepreneurship or entrepreneur provides employment opportunities to unemployed youth. Unemployment is a very big problem in India, which is a cause for social related problems, which is nothing but they are not having proper food, shelters, all these. So, there is an imbalance arises between those persons. So, those imbalances are removed by the employment opportunities which is given through the entrepreneurship by the entrepreneur. So, here entrepreneur provides employment opportunities to the unemployed youth. Okay. And next one, it increases balanced regional development. We know that entrepreneurs starts their business as a small ventures, and they start those business in several areas, which leads to increase that particular area. So, they may increase in the balanced regional development in the country and decreases concentration of economic power. Here, economic power is rest with some of the big industrialists. If we provide certain opportunities and if we focus on to improve the entrepreneurial development in our country, then it may lead to decrease in the concentration of economic power in some of the hands. Okay, so it is one of the key role that an entrepreneurship is follows. Okay, and next one is increases exports. Here, entrepreneurship is providing exports to the other countries. If doing so, the country is getting foreign exchange, which is essential for the country's economy. Okay, which means India is exporting certain goods to USA. Then we have to pay by the USA in terms of dollar. We are getting a foreign exchange and it is a favorable result for our organization or our economy. So, entrepreneurship increases exports. And next one, mobilization of capital and skills. Capital and skills which remain idle. Here in the first point I said that mobilization of savings to productive use. Here capital is nothing but mobilization of savings to productive use. Skills. Skills means we are giving employment opportunity to the persons. Then we are using those financial resources and human resources which is remained idle. Those elements are used for the organization in the entrepreneurship. Okay, by way of doing all these things, entrepreneurship is playing a key role in the economic development by way of mobilization of savings to productive use, provide employment opportunities to the unemployed youth, and it increases balanced regional development and it decreases concentration of economic power in few hands. Certain industrialists rest all the financial power with them. They are already successful. Okay, they have enough of economic power with them. So, if the entrepreneurship is working, then it may decreases the concentration of economic power which is rest with some of the industrialists and increases exports. It focuses on increasing exports. By way of exports, we will get foreign exchange which becomes the reason for one of the reason for economic development and mobilization of capital and skills, and also one point that is provides revenue to the government. How it provides revenue to the government? In the way of sales tax, income tax, export duty, import duty, customs duty. By way of different kinds of taxes, the government also get revenue from the entrepreneurial process or entrepreneurship. So this is the role of entrepreneurship in economic development. Okay, so in today's session we learned about what are the opportunities that are available for entrepreneurs and what is an entrepreneurship and the role of entrepreneurship in economic development. We have to make a note that entrepreneur and entrepreneurship is termed as a two sides of the same coin. Without entrepreneur, the entrepreneurship cannot exist. Okay, so entrepreneur is the person, entrepreneurship is the process, and enterprise is the outcome of the process which is created by the entrepreneurs. So entrepreneur is playing a crucial role in the country's economy, right?